Evening, people. Hope you are all well today. This light seems to be very bright in my face. Oh, la la. Go back to this one, I think. Just waiting for Naomi to join. And while I'm waiting, I think I will burn some sage. Yes. Naomi, where are you, honey boo boo? Here she is. Hello.
Hello.
Hello. I can't see you again. Where are you?
You can't see me?
No. I can't see you. The same thing as before. I cannot see you.
This is crazy. All right, I'm going to leave and then rejoin.
Okay.
All right.
Can you
All
see
right.
me?
Yeah, I can see you. Anybody that's watching, can you see us both?
Maybe it's my settings. This is really weird.
There must be something, there's something up with your settings, babe, because this is twice now.
Okay. Well, hurry up. I'm burning some sage to clear the energy, babes.
All right, give me a sec. I'll be back.
Okay. Okay. It is Monday, the 3rd of October. Hello, folks. Hello. Hope you've all had a blessed and good weekend. She's back. Accept. Go live. Ba 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 ba. Ba 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 ba. Ba 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 ba. Ba 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 ba. Hello?
Hey.
Yeah, I don't know what I've done to my settings, but I'm going to have to look at my phone afterwards because it's just a blank screen at the bottom down there. It's just a dark screen. It's like I'm just talking to myself right now.
I can
But like I
see you,
said,
Queen. I love your head wrap. It looks very pretty.
thank you, babe. But like I said, to start off, we need to burn a sage.
Hey,
We need to
Shakara, how you doing, King?
Hi.
Bless up.
Yes, King. How you doing? To burn a sage and clear this energy.
Oh
Especially
Lord, what's
after
happened? What's happened?
the last live, it's yes.
Oh, the last no, we're not having any more of that. What happened the
So,
last live? You're in charge of who's coming on tonight.
yes, man. So it's to burn, clear this energy. Hope this live goes well. Give us blessings and thanks. Help us to speak our truth and clearly so people can listen. We listen to others. We respect one another in this space that we have. No foolishness out in Panier. Because you just get an
Or
instant
anyone
black off.
showing us their bedroom.
Yeah. Because remember, I'm hosting today, so I'll just lock y'all off. I'll just lock you off. Simple things. So, babe, how are you doing today?
Me, I'm good. I just finished a Zoom with Miss Queen Coco Ras with our
Okay.
with our room wellness program. So I got to
Well,
see all
okay.
the ladies, put a face to the name, and
Mm-hmm.
speak with them, and yeah, just like commencing the beginning of the journey, and all of us speaking about why we're there, and then Coco like basically breaking down the rules and
Okay.
making sure that we're in our correct places, so she don't have to cuss any of us.
Okay, that's good. So it went well then. It went well.
Yeah, it went well. It was lovely. It was lovely. It was
Okay.
absolutely lovely. And being able to see everyone's face and be able to interact. like in real
Mhm.
time. But yeah, it was good, man. It was good.
Okay. So we're in the month of October already.
I know.
Can you believe?
I can't believe it. This year has gone
Yeah.
by really well. I guess like can say it every year, but this year from start to now, it's gone
Hmm.
by quick,
Very
and so
quick.
much has happened as well.
The carnival's come and gone.
I know the
Gosh,
whirlwind of
and
carnival.
now
Yeah.
we're in what's called October, which is Black History Month. Yes, yeah, the
Mm.
month that we rejoice and
Celebrate
celebrate
ourselves.
ourselves for one month. What do you think about this Black History Month?
I'm
Because
glad you've mentioned this because
yeah, because I'm like just the one month we
back,
get like.
back in the day, I'm going to be honest, I didn't have a issue with it. You know,
Hmm.
I'd be like, yeah, it's Black History Month, and yeah, 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 all of this.
Yeah,
You know, of like the to-do list of things to do in Black History Month, and to be
yeah,
proud of myself and my people. But it's been
yeah.
in recent years, and excuse me if, you know, like to many, I'm possibly, you know, I'll possibly be late because there's other people that's been like this for a long time. But it's been
Hmm.
in recent years that I've become like questioning and like, oh, we're just given a month. I'm supposed to be
Hmm.
proud of myself and my people for a month.
Hmm.
This is the only time that they want to really mention us. And
Yeah.
then if I remember correctly in school, or not just in school, when I was young, Black History Month, they'll talk about slavery. And not much has really changed there. Like we are celebrated and celebrating ourselves, I guess, like in media, you know, shows that I've been seeing. I saw an advert with I can't remember the actor's name, but he played Jeffrey. He played Jeffrey in The Fresh Prince.
Oh yes, yeah, yeah, yes, yeah, yeah,
Yeah, I think it's
yeah.
on BBC One. He's going to be narrating um like great black stories for this
Hmm.
month.
Okay.
Um, so yeah, there are great things happening, but I do question, oh, it only happens now. Why can't we have this? I'm not saying every day, but once a week, or if you don't want to give us once a week, once a month, where we're doing something great on television every month or every other week. Why is it
Mm.
that we are, and I have to use the word only being allowed to be proud for a month, for 31 days?
Yeah, I hear what you're saying. It's as if, as an individual, I'm proud anyway. Every single day, my waking, every
Yeah,
single day
$100%. Yeah.
every single day that I rise in the morning to when I fall asleep, rise in the AM to when I fall asleep at night, I'm proud.
Hmm.
But like you were
Hmm.
saying, it's as if we're given this one month, as if we're told you can have one month to
You can
celebrate
speak up
everything.
for one
You
month.
can speak up just for this one month, and then you can. That's it. We will give you your shows and everything for one month,
Mm.
and then that's it. And
And a
then
replay of Desmond's. Remember when they used to do that, like replay Desmond's for the month? Yeah, before I used to
what am
get
I gonna
excited
show
about
rather
it.
than it's
It's
like you're saying, you do get there is some good out of it in regards to the shows, say the programs that are aired,
hmm
and some people getting the opportunity that they probably wouldn't have gotten before.
mm, mm,
However, it's just a month. But then saying
hmm
that, why are we wanting the powers that be? Why are we looking for them for validation? In other words, that's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, yeah. So that is part of the question as well.
That's another question
Yeah,
because
that's
I feel
yeah.
that we're always looking for them for validation.
Mm, mm,
It's just been going on for hundreds of years. Why are we still looking for them for validation? Just
hmm
continue to do
hmm
what we're doing. and
Mm,
build. We don't need to look for them. We don't need to look for them for nothing. We need to look at within ourselves and to ourselves,
mm,
for
mm,
ourselves.
mm. 100%, 100%, 100%. So I guess like we can revert the question back to ourselves of, are we being consistent with the way that we roll in Black History Month? Are we doing that on a daily or
Exactly. Yeah.
on a regular basis then? You know,
Mm-hmm.
like what are we as individuals, as a collective, in our communities, yeah, just in life, how are we living?
Yeah.
You
What are we
know?
doing?
Because like well, I will say there have been again, and we know like there's been many great things that come out of Black History Month, and even like when Swiss started Black Pound Day,
Yes. Yeah.
because that started was that did that start in Black History Month? That did, right? I'm
Was
sure it started in Black.
did that start 2020?
Yeah, I'm sure we launched it on in Black History Month. Correct me
October
if I'm
2020.
wrong,
I would have to
because I
Google.
know that's the first Saturday.
And I'm deep on this phone, so I mean, hold on.
Yeah, the first Saturday
Because it was Saturday
of
just
the
gone.
month. Yeah, yeah. So I'm sure that launched in Black History Month. I don't know, I could
Okay.
be wrong. But yeah, that you know, there have been great things that come out of Black History Month and new initiatives and stuff. But it
Mm.
is like, even with Black Pound Day, like, don't just, you know, try and spend your pounds not just on Black Pound Day, but as many days as possible,
Possible. Yeah.
you know? So it's, yeah, there is a lot to consider. But yeah, going back to what you were saying, like, yeah, don't be seeking validation outside of ourselves, you know?
Yeah, man. Why?
Mm.
What have seriously? What have they done for us lately? Serious. What? What have they done for us lately? What have they done? Can't see that. I'm trying to think right now, and I'm like, no, nothing comes to my mind.
Because you'll get the
No.
usual complaints of why there isn't like, I can remember hearing about this some woman saying like we don't have White History Month, and not even taking into the fact that White history
This
is all
is your
around us
country,
every
though.
day, all
Like, oh
day.
God,
Yeah,
please.
yeah.
Sorry,
That was
sorry.
some
Carry
years
on.
back. That was found that quite comical, in all honesty, because it was just like you see yourself everywhere, every day. You turn on the TV, who do you
You're
see?
there.
Read the newspaper. Your voice, your words are being written throughout the whole
Of the
paper
year.
of
So
the
you're
year.
always there.
Yeah,
Always.
yeah.
Always.
So yeah, when that woman was like complaining that there's not a White History Month, oh, okay,
Okay,
okay.
Karen. Okay, Karen. Go sit down and eat your meat and two veg in it. Yes. Your boiled carrots and your boiled potato and your meat pie. Not that I'm stereotyping. Oh, Black Pound Day started June 2020.
Oh, was it okay then? All right, so I was
Mhm.
incorrect. I was incorrect. I
Well, it was
stand correct.
2020. It was June 20. And hi, Coco. How you doing, lovely? We're just asking the question, people's thoughts on Black History Month. What do you
Mm,
feel about it? Is
mm,
it a good thing? Is it a bad thing? Just want to know where people's thoughts are at, really. Because,
mm,
like Naomi was mentioning, I kind of agree with her that as Black people, we need to be consistent, not just for that month, but we need to show up and out for ourselves and our community 365 days of the year, literally throughout the year. And but that being said, what are we doing? Because if each of us did something, that would be a hell goddamn amazing. Because I know
mm,
for
mhm,
myself, I feel that what we're doing here, this is part of it. This is part of celebrating us. This is it. And like we've
mm.
said, this space is created by us, for
For
us.
yeah, and we're
We
not
get
going to
free
be
say and
changing that
everything. We
anytime
do not.
soon.
Anyone can join. That's
whatever.
fine. Anyone, we're not going to stop anyone from joining. We're not going to stop anyone from coming to our events. However, remember, it's always black first. And that's what we need to
Our
remember in
voices
this.
to be,
Our
our
versus,
voices to be
yeah, it's
heard
not
and
going to be,
elevated.
yeah, because one thing I've noticed, one thing that I have noticed is when I've been watching, say, Instagram shows and podcasts for our people, by our people, that's how it starts off. But then a bit later on down the line, you have other people coming in and it becomes more about everybody in the world. And
Mm-hmm.
as for me, personally, that is not where I want Sisters Talk About to go. And that's where myself and Amy have had this conversation.
Mm-hmm.
And that is
Mm-hmm.
where we do not want it to go.
And
So,
where it's not going.
and that's where it's not going. So for those people, there's people that probably won't agree. That's fine. You don't have to agree
Yeah,
with it. You don't have to like it.
yeah.
And if you don't like it, lock it off. Then follow us.
Mm-hmm.
Simple
Mm-hmm.
things. We
Mm.
now beg no friend.
Instead of following us to cusses, like, it's
Just
a thing
unfollow.
where we do understand that as time goes on, we may get and receive some backlash because of the way that we're running it. But this is something that we've created,
Yeah.
and we're not going to bend ourselves backwards or any way to accommodate others, if that makes
Mm-mm.
sense. Like, even like, I don't, you really just touched on this, really, like, because it could be even other black people that don't agree with our stance.
Of course.
That's okay, because we don't all have the same voice and the same view, so it
Mm.
is like, follow who you feel like following, join in conversations that you feel that you can, but if
Yeah.
something that you're not enjoying, then we're not going to take it personally,
Of course not.
but we're going to continue to ride this wave.
Yes.
Mm.
Yes. Because we're
Because this
proud
is
of who
what,
we are.
yeah, 100%. I remember I did say to you, because I mentioned a few weeks back of how, and it was another black person that questioned why we're doing something
Yes. Yeah.
by
Yeah.
us, for us, and that basically alienating our white people, Asian, Indians, etc. And I explained to the person that we don't hear ourselves clearly on a regular.
Mm-hmm.
Now, this is something that we've created to hear more black voices, and not just women's voices, men's voices too.
Mm.
And that if we want to hear a white voice, there's many places that we can go. There's
Mm.
many stations, or even podcasts or whatever on Instagram, YouTube, that we can listen to. But we do
Yeah.
want to have something and create something where it is purely black voices. Now, the person mentioned of how on one of our lives a white lady joined. I was like, that's totally cool.
Mm.
That's totally cool. Again, the role is reversed, because I don't mind any other people joining. We don't mind any other people joining,
That's
but
fine.
what the change is, and it will be very significant. Instead of assuming or thinking what a black person thinks or does or whatever, we're saying it. So if, in all
Yes.
honesty, like, because there was talking about racism, and I'm like, racism can only stop if white people stop their behavior, or if other people stop
Mm.
their behavior and how they perceive us, they look at
Yeah.
us, what they think of us. Now, if they was to actually hear our voices, they can get to understand. They've been studying us a long blood sea
For
time,
hundreds of years.
right? But if they allow us just to talk and then listen, instead of us listening and then talking, even when it's subjects to do with us, they will learn a lot. They will
Exactly.
learn a lot. So yeah, this space is by us, for us. We're unapologetic about it,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, that's how it's going to stay.
I know we've got a few people in. We have, I think,
Oh,
we
hey,
have
we've got Brother
Diana.
Raz,
Hi,
Rance
Diana.
Morgan, Diana, Freeman,
So we were
Tazendo
speaking.
Warrior, Ivy. Hey, Auntie.
So we were talking. I opened it up because for those who, if you're all joining from England, you know it. This month is Black History Month. For those who are outside, yeah, this month, October, is Black History Month. And we'll be just asking each other, we'll ask the question goes out to the people on the live now who've joined us. What is your take on Black History, the Black History Month, the month as Black people, where we're given a month where we can celebrate openly and not feel bad about it. And we see ourselves on TV more frequently just for those 30, is it 30, 31 days? Just want to know
31
your
days.
thoughts on it. Just want to know your thoughts on it, people. What do you think? Do you think it's a good thing? Do you think it's a
Mm,
positive, negative, it's indifferent? What are your thoughts? Let us know. Does anyone want to jump on
mm.
and join us? Who is here? I think Mama Ivy may have gone.
Has she
Yeah,
gone?
yeah, Barbara Ross, Tuana, Diana, and Russ Morgan. Excuse me,
I know
people.
Rance Morgan. He is based in Ghana.
Yes, I seen the flag all the way from Ghana. Hello,
Hey, Rance, how you doing?
and then Barbara Ross. But yeah, we were just saying that. Yeah, the Black History Month had. Yeah,
Hey,
it's good
Baba
to come
Rasta
out.
said it's a bad thing. Why do you say that, Baba
Yeah,
Ras?
okay, why do you think it's a bad thing? Yeah, because I know
Mm,
you've joined after what Mass. It's a great step in the right direction. Moving forward, we need to be united across the globe. Oh, that's from Russ Morgan. Very, very true.
mm, mm.
But then, as Black people, we've been trying to come together for a long time. Will that ever happen in this lifetime?
We need to stop trying and start just action doing.
It's like we have that crab in a barrel mentality. Just all trying to
Mm-hmm,
scramble to the top, and we're not
mm-hmm,
helping each other out at the bottom.
mm-hmm.
That don't work like that, people. We need to help each other out. Each one teach one.
Mm. And the other thing is with I guess that is because there's egos. I don't mind there being a leader, you know. I don't need to be
Mm,
the one. I don't need to be the one leading, you know.
exactly.
I don't mind being a follower if it's in the direction that I feel comfortable in.
Never hear a why. Oh, what does that mean? Have I missed
Yeah, what
something?
did we miss another part?
Because when
No.
Barbara said he thinks it's a bad thing, and then he said, never hear a white mouth. What do you mean
What
by
do you
that?
mean by that?
I hear one every day.
Mm. Hey
When I
Sarah, how you
rise,
doing?
when I rise up, I hear one. Turn on the TV, this
Let's
one.
talk about the positive things
The
that Black
things
has
that Black
done,
has done,
not
not
only bad.
only Black.
That's
And
what I
that's
was
the
saying
thing.
earlier,
It
that that's
always
always the
starts
opening.
exactly when you're in school. They always slavery. We were here before slavery. We were kings and
Mm,
queens. We had money. We had money. We weren't slaves. Our
mm,
story
mm,
doesn't start from slavery, and that's what we need to be teaching the young ones and
mm,
re-educating some of ourselves about. We
mm,
didn't
mm,
begin from slavery. We started way
mm,
before then.
mm.
Slavery is just a fraction of our story, a
Yeah, of our
fraction of
history.
our story,
Mm,
not his story, but our story. It's a fraction.
mm,
So
mm,
we need to
mm.
celebrate everything else that came before that. Yes, always slavery, slavery. We're more than slavery. Oh, I see what I mean. He says they've got all 11 months. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah, true, true. We just get the
it's
one.
true.
Yeah, and we're meant to be grateful for the one. Like
Mm,
we were saying before. I'm not seeking validation. I'm not saying I want more months. Just recognize that when I'm being proud for throughout the year, I'm being proud. Don't tell me to not be proud because I'm going to still be
Mm.
proud of
Mm-hmm.
this. Simple things.
Mm-hmm.
Because otherwise, I'll tell you about yourself. Cheers. No fake tell you about yourself. Cheers.
We have been dumbed down. Like one of the, it's like, okay, in school, one of the first things I was taught in terms of Black people was slavery. Thank goodness that in my household I was surrounded by literature by Black people and
Mm-hmm.
pictures of
Right,
Black
okay.
people. Do you know what I mean? Like stemming back
Mm-hmm.
to like Jamaica, history about Jamaica and, you know, certain African ornaments. But yeah, so I was balanced that way. Like my mum was showing me different. But in
Yeah.
school, one of the first things that they talked about was Black people being slaves.
Yeah, and like Barbara Ross says, we were here first. That's
Mm-hmm.
fact. It's factual. It's on record. We was the
Mm-hmm.
first people on this earth, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And whoever comes to me and says Christopher Columbus, I baby, to go chat to your mama because all
But
that
then,
crap. You see
but
the
even
tune?
with Christopher,
Christopher
it didn't make
Columbus
any
is a
sense.
blasted liar. He didn't discover things because how can you discover something that's already here and been discovered?
Exactly.
Please
If
explain
people
that
were
to me.
already there,
Yes, it's people were already there, mate. So what do you mean you
you're
discovered it?
alive. You're
All
alive.
lies, my friends. All lies. As the tune says, Christopher Columbus, John Blasted liar. It's very true. Yes. One of the best reggae tunes.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
But it's the truth, yeah. Like the, yeah, we've been dumbed down. We need to remember we were here first.
Mm,
We were here first. Yeah, that we just need to remember that. And remember when we were here first, we weren't here first as slaves.
mm-hmm. Speak
We
up.
need to remember, we need to know and remember and live in our greatness.
Mm,
We are powerful people,
mm,
energetic, magical
mm.
people, human
Speak
people.
it. Yep.
We built summer before Egypt. Oh, oh dear. But yes, yes, yes.
Yeah.
And I think we're not to be afraid to talk our
Mm,
truth. I think with this whole, I think over the past, I would say over the past 2 years since that incident with the guy that got killed, Mr. Floyd, and then you had the BLM movement. I think since then, people have been more open about how their feelings and how they feel. I think they feel more open. But then
mm,
again, is that because they've allowed us to do that when you flip it over? Think about it.
yeah.
Because if
Yeah.
none of that happened, would that BLM movement be as popular as it would? Would people be rising up more as they are? Would
Mm,
we? That is a
mm.
question.
That is a question.
Matt Morgan said, "Can we go to Egypt already? My passport is ready."
I'll meet you there, King. We'll be meeting
I
you
will
there.
meet you there. We should all make it. We should, yo, I'll
Mm,
meet you there. Oh my
mm.
goodness, wouldn't that be good if we did the sisters talk about trip to Africa? Oh, that would be amazing.
Oh, that's an
That's an
idea.
idea.
Mm. We had everything till they bomb us, our school, banks, any business that we had. Yes, and they did that.
Yeah, and if
Well, I say they did that. They're still doing that.
they're still
Like,
doing that, how, yeah, because if you think about it, you have certain leaders
Mm-hmm.
that have done that, well, have tried to do that and
Mm.
started doing that. Then all
Mm-hmm.
of a sudden, there's these allegations, and then they got arrested or they've been
And
killed.
then the
It's
kills.
one of the
Yeah.
two. It's one of the
Yeah,
two.
yeah, yeah. Look at
There's cases have been
Gaddafi. Like
created.
Gaddafi was there trying to create an African currency.
Yeah, Gaddafi, yes.
Just one straight. Imagine if that came together. I really hope in the backgrounds there's still some leaders that are still working on that to come into fruition, because that would be incredible.
Imagine.
But that's
Imagine.
why they killed
That's why
Gaddafi.
they dumb us down and want to kill. Like I
Mm-hmm.
said, we are very powerful.
Mm.
And that's why they dumbed us down and took our lands, because they know how powerful it is and the money they can make for the profit they can gain from it. Look how they've
Mm-hmm.
taken. Look at the lands they've taken over.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But we are the lost tribe from the land of Kemet.
Mm.
We are, it's true. We're so sad.
It's deep.
I'm
It's
so
deep.
happy and proud to be black, but we are such we're so lost. It's yeah,
We've got a long way to go.
a
And it's going
long
to be
way.
generations, for us to be closer to where we're meant to be. I won't even say where we was, because we're never going to be able to go back. And each
Mm,
generation, there's supposed to be new things implemented in each generation. But I do
yes.
hope and pray, and I have faith in the fact that in the future, in generations to come, we'll be where we're meant to be, you
Oh
know?
yeah, definitely. They built
That's
their
more,
heaven on earth and told us ours is in the skies. That's true.
that's so true. That is
That
so
is so
true.
true. Don't talk about that, please. You can be killed like them. They don't know where I live. All they know is I have a green curtain.
But it's yeah, but these things have to be spoken on, and yeah,
Yes.
there are a
Who
lot of
cried?
people.
Yeah. Who cried when that woman of England died? Who?
Cry rich parts.
Cried for who? Cried for.
Cry rich part. What I did
I
do
will
is
say
laugh.
categorically no.
What I did do, I laughed, and I was laughing at people that were bawling. Like, a couple of times I watched Gogglebox and I could see people bawling their eyes out.
Yeah.
Really?
For me, it was when it was the posts I seen from people like ourselves, and
What of some of us lying on the floor bawling and
yeah,
crying?
yeah. There were even some women in Tottenham that did some 7 minute
Yeah, yeah,
ads.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I saw that. I saw that. It was embarrassing.
Yeah, it's when I seen people like us saying all the things, and it's sad. I was like, you need to go back and check our story, because you don't. Why are you bawling? Yeah. I didn't
I
want
just
to.
had to laugh.
Yeah.
I had to laugh. I
I
had
rolled
a,
my eyes, I sighed, and I was like, "But next," because it was, yeah, yeah.
mm, yeah. I just laughed. Think of,
Mm.
I didn't have any disagreements, but I did have two conversations with mixed words about that subject, of
Yes,
people that just gave two hoots, and I clearly didn't give
I
any.
did as well, and I said what I had to say. Then I just left. I was like, "Well," because
Yeah,
someone said
one
something,
of the
mentioned
yeah.
something, and I was like, "You don't. I don't think you want to hear what I need to say." Then they proceeded and said that, Fiona, you're just being so negative. I went, really? And then I reeled it off, and then I finished. Then I turned
So,
around, spat around, and did
so
what I needed to do. I was like, that's me. I've said what I need to say. done. I don't need to
Mm,
converse with that anymore.
yeah. One of the people I'd mixed words with, they haven't called me back. And I'm okay with that. I'm actually okay with that. So I was like, yeah, our conversation base, it's not the same. They think we're aligned.
Yes, like don't get me wrong. When a family member dies, it's sad. And empathy because someone's lost a relative, that is
Mm.
very sad.
However,
That
people
is
die
it.
every
That's
day.
it. That's it.
Yeah.
When you
But then
lose, when a family member transitions over to the other side, even though it's a circle of life, and we shouldn't be sad and rejoice, we are sad. It's an emotion. That emotion
yeah,
overtakes
because
us.
we're
How,
physically losing them.
yeah. However, it ends lesser. It's like, oh, they've lost a family member. Okay, I've lost a family member, and I know what that feels like. That's it. That's it.
Mm,
No
mm.
emotion, nothing. There was just no emotion. I
None.
just got on with
People
my
die every
days.
day. People die every day, and I don't
Yeah,
bawl my eyes out for people that I don't
people
know that
that
have
I
passed
don't
away.
know. I
If it's
don't know
someone that's
you,
close,
so I'm not crying. I don't know you.
mm,
Okay?
if it's someone that close,
Don't.
if it's someone that's close to me, that one of their family members or close friends have passed away, I have empathy, and my heart
Hmm.
goes out to them. However, I'm going to be honest, I didn't have any empathy for the royal family. I looked at them, they looked sad, and like, can call me heartless, but that is honestly how I felt and how I still feel, you
Mm-hmm.
know? Like,
Yeah. That woman has not done
yeah,
anything
Tawana
for me
says,
and our
yeah,
people, which is
exactly.
true. She
It's
sat down on
true.
what she
I have,
had, sat down on everything, and this is the conversation I said to someone. I said, yes, they were there for what, 70, whatever, how many years they were there for. They did their job. However, they could have spoken and they could have done certain things, and they chose not to do
they
it.
chose not to.
They chose to be silent
She signed
throughout
off a lot
all
of,
of that times.
yeah, she signed off a lot of
A
efferys.
lot of a
A
lot
lot,
of things.
a
And
lot.
within
So when
certain
people are like,
countries,
oh,
and also within certain countries, at the same time, a lot of efforts was going on. So, yo, peep, nobody come to me with nothing.
yeah.
Not
And then
interested.
also, even with, okay, then the next generation, her children, why has Andrew been reinstated or been, now this would have all been planned. This would have all been planned. Elizabeth was getting older.
She shouldn't, the
But,
woman was nice, but Barbara said I didn't remember about her until you guys said something. That when even did I, it was Diana that brought her. Because Diana, to be honest, me did forget about the whole thing. I did
mm,
run out my head.
mm,
Went out my head,
mm,
mate. Went out my head.
yeah, yeah.
That's
But it's
how
just like
interested I
Andrew
was.
been given his role, been given a role to be in control of certain things, and it's just like that would have all been planned before she died. I thought he was stripped away from everything because of all the efforts that he's done. But, so they do one thing, but then they go back. They go back on the words.
They
I'm
come
not.
like
I'm not with it.
EastEnders. Yeah, they come like EastEnders
Pardon?
incarnation. I said that family come like EastEnders
Mm,
on
mm.
Coronation Street.
I didn't
Yeah.
lose one tear, one piece of sleep,
She's
nothing.
not. I said Barbara said she's
She's my
not my
family.
family.
No, exactly that. Exactly that. Exactly that. I feel nothing. Oh, Diana says bring her in.
Oh, hang on. Oh Lord, I forgot. Oh Lord.
What are you trying to
Oh my
do?
God. You forget what you do, me forget what me invited you. The thing
You
is,
see,
I
this
can't
is
see
why we're
nobody.
alternating
All I can
hosting.
see is myself.
Hello
So I
there,
don't know.
darling. Can you hear
See, I
me?
Hey,
can't even see
Diana.
nobody. All I
Can
see
you
You
is
hear
can't,
me?
you still can't even
everyone.
see Diana. There's something wrong with your
No.
settings, babe.
What's happening? Hello, my
Hey,
darling. What's
Diana. You're
going
right,
on?
darling.
Hey.
What's going on?
We there, man. We there. In this
Can you
month that we have to celebrate our blackness.
see me?
No, Naomi can see.
No.
No,
I'm outside.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I can see the light, but I can't.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah, I can't see
outside. I'm
you.
get into
outside.
the light. Go
I'm
into the light,
smoking.
Diane. Go into the light.
Yeah, I'm smoking, darling. Hey, listen. Everything's gone AY, sweetheart. Everything that they said that they was gonna do, they've all gone back on it. Everything,
Mm-hmm.
everything. Because from when who was in thingy, from the kicked out Donald Trump,
Mm-hmm.
everything came back. You know what I mean? Everybody back to normal. What's her name? That woman. What's her name?
What, in the
That
States?
blonde hair woman that comes on TV. Because her show was off the TV. Oprah
Oh,
Winfrey's show was off the TV. Okay? Because they was all involved in that crap.
in
Even
the
Andrew.
yeah,
Now,
that's true.
why
You
are
know,
they bringing
yeah,
Andrew back on? Huh? Like a
yeah,
paedophile. Because that's what he
that's
is.
true.
Mm.
Clearly.
Yeah, that's true when you
Mm.
think about it like that.
Why
All them
do you think
people,
of him
the
like
names
that?
that was down, were not in it, but you didn't see them.
Mm. Mm. Mm.
Now we are
Yeah.
see them again.
The whole
Mm.
hypocrite.
Mm.
Well, the thing is, right, as far as I'm concerned, you see, England, they was as bad as Hitler. Because they had a piece of every piece of country around the world. You understand?
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
And them take everything from every country and bring it come here. Now
Yeah, and
you
put it
tell me
into the
where England
museum.
find diamond.
yeah,
You tell me where them find them gem. You tell me where them find
exactly.
them gold. Them have anything like that in England? Apart from
Got it
coal.
from other people.
And then them closed down the coal mine them did have. That's all them did have. Coal.
Mm.
England
Yep,
ain't got nothing to offer nobody.
Mm.
took it
But
from
That's
yet
so
everybody
still they
else.
want to
true.
rule everywhere.
Yep. Speak it, sis. It's very, very true, man. So, so
Mm.
true.
Mm.
Took it from everywhere else and claimed it as their own.
Mm. Mm. Mm.
It's mine. It's like, you know what it is like? You know when you bother somebody something and they have it for that long, they claim it as their own. That's yeah, they claim- that's mine. No, it's mine. It isn't yours. It's mine. It's mine. It's mine. That's it. That's what they did. And for that long, they just claimed it as their own. It's mine. It's
Yeah,
ours. No,
that
it's
is
not
actually
yours.
true.
No,
That
it's
is
not.
actually true.
It's not yours.
Oh shit. I better open up the damn thing again.
What have you done?
What's happened? What you done?
Oh shit.
What you done?
Oh, in a bun.
No, what are you doing? Have you locked yourself out? What are you doing? I can't
I
even
was
see anybody.
oh,
I don't know what is going.
I've got it the wrong way round, haven't I?
Yeah, you're showing us the rum.
I got turn it round.
Come and give me a shot, yeah?
Oh
Come
yeah,
and give
man,
me a
yeah.
shot, yeah?
Can I have a strip
You
then?
showing us all your bottles of rum.
Oh, no, see, I can't even see this now. I'm like, no, man.
I can see all of our beautiful faces. Sorry, Fiona, you can't see us.
Oh,
Well, I hope it's recording the faces and not just my
It
face.
is, because it recorded the last one that we did, and you couldn't see. Yeah, it'll
Oh,
be cool.
okay. Okay, cool.
Mm,
Oh, that's good. That's good. See, it's
mm.
Diana. Come dish out the room now, Diana. Come dish out now. Take
hey
it.
baby.
Have a cup. Yeah, have a cup.
I know. Come and fill us up. Come fill us up.
I'll drink some Ray nephew.
Just pour some in there, please.
There you
I'll
go.
put my cup down and catch it. I'll put my cup down. Pour it in. Pour it in. Fine. Cheers.
But no, it was so true what you was just saying, Diana. It's so true.
Yeah, they, you know, when I saw them talk where I work, I let them know plain and straight how I feel about the royal. I tell you, the only one that
Mm,
I ever did like that was in the royal family was Diana, right?
mm,
And
Mm.
Diana, the reason why I like Diana, she showed that love. Do you understand?
mm.
Not only to the people that she visited and everything like that, but to her children. You
Yeah,
see, Anne,
yeah.
Margaret, and Charles, them don't know nothing about love, baby. Love. Nothing. They
Mm.
don't
Mm,
know nothing about love because the Queen never touches nothing. She always has gloves on. So can you see her
Mm.
changing a diaper? Can you see her picking up her
mm.
kids and say, "I love you"? No one of them
That's
tongues
actually
like
true.
like they are.
Mm.
Charles him could have this. I said Charles. We never understand what him ever say. Him can't speak because him just mother beat him down all the way, all the way. And Andrew, Fergie turned him crazy.
Mm.
I let next man I suck him too. Yeah, that's the only
As
one
you can
though.
tell, those people that are just joining, we're not royalists.
Yeah, we're not. Not
Pardon?
at all. Not at all.
We're
We're
not
not
at all.
royalists.
Yeah.
No.
Not at all. No,
We in
no,
our own
no.
right, we in our own right though are royal. We are kings, we are queens,
Hey,
we are
hey,
Mm-hmm.
everything.
he's more royal. Me
You
have,
don't know?
you know, see my being blue. Blue blood me have, you know, royalty.
Right.
Right, Barbara said there was no thief in them days, it was discovering. You take things and say they discover it, not now it's called stealing.
Mm.
Hi there, C86.
Oh, hey, how
Okay,
you
it
doing,
says,
Kim?
hey everyone, good evening.
Good evening.
Blessed evening. Right, where have all the comments gone now? Oh Lord, I don't know where
There.
What, can't you see the comments now?
no, they've gone.
Where?
Oh my Lord.
No, 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 no.
Blimey,
Oh, them come back, them come back, them come back, them come back. I say,
you need to
Oh, you
fix
see
up your
them now.
phone.
them come back.
Mm.
Yeah, that's true. They
Hey,
took things and said, we discovered this. No,
they
it was
never
Mm-mm.
discover
already
nothing.
here.
Nothing. And the
It did.
thing about it, when I was at school, yeah, them talk about Christopher Columbus,
Jam
something
blasted liars,
and
yeah.
something Livingstone. You know what I mean? All them blows beat man there. I always call them, listen, they was robbers, thief, rapists. You know
Mm-hmm.
what them come to? Give me a mirror and check me big diamond. All kind of blows beat
Mm-hmm.
thing that. Eh?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And we were so generous. You know what I mean? We gave them all these
Too
stones.
generous.
Yeah,
Too
because
generous.
hey, black people is love. Do you understand that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yes.
We
We're
are
very,
love
yeah.
and we are so understanding. It's just that some of
Mm-hmm.
us are so ignorant because you see, if we was all to come together just for one day, the whole of the black people all over the world, who could beat with?
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
And I'm
Mm-hmm.
talking everybody that is of color and not white. Listen, white is the
Mm.
minority, you know, not the majority,
Yeah.
the minority, and yet still they rule.
Mm-hmm.
Of course.
Everything
Mm-hmm.
that we try to do, they take it away from us. And they still doing that now. Because
Mm-hmm.
listen, right, what happened in Nottingham, we had a pub called, it's an Horse and Groom, yeah? All right,
Oh
they
yeah,
had a nice
yeah.
dance down there. And at the end of the dance, somebody got stabbed. Them never dead, but them get stabbed. All right, that is
Mm-hmm.
supposed to happen, and I'm not condoning that, right? But the thing is, in town, yeah, the same thing happens. And not only does the same thing happen, the person died. And this pub hasn't been closed down. This pub is still open. It's still business as usual. Do you
Mm-hmm.
understand what I mean? But
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
everything that we have, they close it down. You know how much little place we
Yep.
have and them close it down? every
Yeah,
one
yeah,
of them. But
every
it's time
single
that
one of them.
these black people still, well, I say it's the youth, or I don't know, but guess what? They need to grow up and understand and think about the next man. And when you're gonna stab that man, look in the bloody mirror, because that's what you're doing. You're killing
Yeah.
yourself.
That's so true.
100%.
Mm.
Yeah, man,
Hold on, I'm
honestly.
gonna be back in 2
And
secs.
you know, I don't
You're
know
gonna be.
what's
I don't
going
even know
on
where
with
you got. I
black
can't even
people.
see you. So you might. To me, you're not even here. So I don't. Has she gone? I can't even
Wait,
see.
what's that? What's happened there? Why has she gone
No,
off?
Naomi's gone. She said she'll be back in two. She said she'll be back
Yeah,
in
I'll be
two
back
seconds,
in 2 secs.
Oh,
which
two
means
seconds.
2 minutes because
Oh,
she's had to
well, I
run
don't
to the
want to.
toilet probably.
Let me fool this time.
But if you go to
Shut up, I
the
can hear you.
if you go to the latrine, remember to wash your hands clean. Okay?
Shut your face, goodbye.
Oh, I just put some chips on. I fancy some chips.
Hi Tash, how you
I'm having
doing? How
a
you
late snack.
doing? This is very late. This is what time now? Just come up to 10, isn't it?
Yeah.
Hi
10
Tasha, how
o'clock.
you doing? You're late joining us, but I'll send you a wave. We've been
Who's that?
speaking about Black History
Oh,
Month.
nuts. Nuts. Oh,
Oh,
nuts.
I can't see the comments. Sorry guys, I cannot see the comments. I need to
No,
go back.
no, yeah, it said enough. Oh, shit. There it is. I couldn't see none.
Oh, here we go.
It was
The
discovered.
comments had gone and they're back on.
Stealing.
So let me see who we have with us. Natasha. Okay, Tasha.
Hey.
So Tasha, what
Hello,
are your thoughts
Natasha.
on Black History Month? Because remember in the UK, October is Black History Month officially, where we see more
Yeah, talk
representation
about
of
the
ourselves on
positive
the
things that
television.
we've done, man. Honestly, because we've
Because
invented
I've
so
noticed that,
many
is it
things.
you, is it me, or I've noticed whenever it's Black History Month, all they concentrate on is the slavery on the negative. I don't see non-positive.
No, 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 because I
They
tell you
always
what.
go back and talk about negative things.
Hey, listen, you see when them talk about slavery and show me them movie there. Now, how do you think that makes me feel? You think
But that's
saying
all
make
I
me feel
see.
good? It don't make me feel good. May I tell you that straight?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Tell us about the positive things that black people have done. You know what I mean? We're the
Yeah,
first one to do
yeah, but
heart
90%.
surgery. We're the
Yeah,
first
but
one
exactly. You
to
don't
invent.
see that. Black History
We
Month doesn't promote
invented the
that. I don't
telephone.
see it.
Okay? What do you call it? Mr. Bell in claim it, but guess what? Him have the factory that make the man work and invent it and him claim it.
Mm.
Do you understand what I'm saying? Black man invented 3D. Do you mean, you know what I'm saying? Talk about them positive
Yeah,
things. Because you know what, you
Mm.
see
yeah, we
him
read
teaching us
some.
positive things like that at school. What do you think it would do to our heads? It would say, yes, black people's up there. I wouldn't be at school
Exactly.
wondering where black people come from. I wasn't as lucky as you, baby girl, where I had my mom and dad talk about this, that, and that. Because when them come here,
Mm.
Mm.
why them have it hard and them have to find somewhere to live. Do you know what I mean?
Mm.
But
Mm.
Yeah.
I didn't have nothing, no black books, no nothing like that. And then they sent me to a school in Wallerton Park where there was only 6 black people that went there. And I'm telling you, it made me wonder where black people come from. And the first experience I had was roots.
Oh
Oh
yeah,
my
yeah,
goodness,
yeah.
Roots. Oh, boy.
So how do you think
Yeah.
I felt when I went back to school?
Wow.
Listen,
Yeah, he wanted to thump up
none of them,
everybody, innit?
hey, none of them could talk to me. Hey, hey,
You
guess what?
wanted to bug down everybody.
Hear them to me
And then,
now. Oh, I'm walking around with a chip on my shoulder. A chip on
oh
my
yeah.
shoulder. On a funny.
Walking around with a chip on your shoulder.
I'm walking around with 10 planks of wood, mate.
Yeah.
More
Mm.
than a chip.
Yeah. Just about to go to bed and just notice that you are on.
Yeah,
Oh, it's
that's my
Tasha.
sister. Yeah.
All this man, yes, are rules. Laugh out loud. Mama.
Mhm.
It's true that, you know, Ernest you made a valid point, because you see when the certain certain films that will come on television and stuff, and I'll be like, right, I'm unable to watch that because the next day I have to go into work.
Mhm. Mhm.
I'll be like, if I watch that and I've either got to go into college or I've got to go into work and look at them people there, someone are gonna get pump up. So it's best.
Mhm. Mhm.
Sometimes I have to be very calculated as to when I watch certain movies,
Mhm.
because I'll
That's
just get
true.
triggered and vexed.
That
And the
is
next
true.
day, anyone looks at me sideways, anyone just brush against, no, no, no. I need to stay in my house for the whole 24 hours after the watching the movie there.
To
Mhm.
cool down, yeah, man.
Yeah, because I need to cool down.
Mhm. I've still got to work
Oh,
on that. Like,
Jamaica. Yes, man. That's Jamaica, me come
Bubble,
from.
oh, you grew up in Jamaica? Oh, which part
yeah,
of
Yeah,
yeah,
man.
yeah.
Jamaica?
Youth. Bang it down there, so. High five. Oops.
Yeah, Black
Yeah,
Country,
man.
Baba Ross, definitely.
Yeah.
Mm, but
Yeah,
yeah.
them movies can be very triggering for me.
Well,
Yeah, it
listen.
can be.
And I used to watch
Because I
them
know, it's
movies
like I said, I know
back
they're
in the
telling the
days.
story. Yeah, I know they're telling a story, but tell a positive story, man. Of when we was kings and
Exactly.
when we had
Exactly.
before the slavery
Exactly.
time. Just tell a nice. Someone make one of
Exactly.
them movie there,
Show me a
please.
story where
Beg you though.
you show me black people that achieved something in life, going on in life and that lot. I know I did watch a movie like that where one was a teacher, one became this and one became that, and they all achieved. Now, why can't you show movies like that? All you want to show is
Mm.
gangster movie. Black, oh, you know, I know we played a good part. I know we did. And I know it was a true story. Denzel Washington in Gangster. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
But
American
it's
Gangster.
like I says, they don't give black people the opportunity to do things the right way. Because guess what? You know, although Denzel Washington was the person that he played was a true person, you know that the business that he was doing and the way he was working it out and everything like that. You know that he, all right, then they call him a crook and illegit, yeah. But they have
Mm.
businessman, top businessman that's up there, and believe me, they're doing the most evil, underhanded things, but yet still they call him a businessman. Now, to me, a
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
businessman and a crook is no different. You understand?
Yep.
And
Mm-hmm.
that's how I
Mm-hmm.
feel.
Yep. Yep. Yes and
Mm-hmm.
yes.
Mm-hmm.
Barbara
Mm.
Rasta. So I know about black people from day one. There are many, but yeah, there's volley of black leaders.
Mm-hmm.
There's so many,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
but they don't always get their time to shine, that
No,
light
no, of course
on
they don't,
them.
because guess what? Not only do we stand by and watch them kill our black leaders and our black men that speak up for us and make men think and women think positively to do good things, they kill him off. They kill him off.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
That's what they do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
They don't make them
Mm-hmm.
live. They kill them off.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It doesn't matter what kind of work that they're doing. Once they're black and they're making money and they go back to help their own people, they get
yeah,
assassinated. No matter what they do,
Mm-hmm.
whether it be
yeah. Once
Martin
they start
Luther
speaking
King
out,
or Nasby or whatever that rapper who used to go back in the thing and they killed him at his shop or something like that. There's some big thing about it. I can't remember his name, but there was some big thing about it. He went back to
Nipsey
help his
Hussle.
people and they killed him. You know what I'm saying? That's how they are. That's how they are. And if you try to make life without going into the system that they want you to go into, they do and then anything for you not to succeed. But there's some black hustlers out there that can't stop them. You know what I mean? But then again, they end up killing him yet again. They always kill him off, man.
We make Jack Daniels.
I've got Jack Daniels.
Tasha says they show
all the negative
triggers.
Only we can change the narrative. The only way we can do that is to teach our young. That's why I'm doing with yeah, it's true. You have to change. We need to have to change that narrative. So when they come out of school, we're then teaching them our story. The true story.
Oh yes, I agree with that. Believe me. Yeah, honestly. Because like I says, I've got
it doesn't
honestly,
stop. The
nice.
education doesn't stop at school. It doesn't stop at school at all.
Hey, listen.
It doesn't stop. It shouldn't start at school, and it shouldn't stop at school.
No, exactly.
Yeah, my son was just left out of here, pulling out in his car to drive. Went on to Atherton Road. By the time he turned left to go on to Atherton Road, how much police pulled down upon him? Now, are you telling me that they wasn't watching him? Why are they watching him? My son goes to work. He works on the railways. What's your problem? Because he's driving a flash car. You know,
and you happen to.
I'm so glad I didn't see it. Yeah. And they handcuffed him to search him and everything. Guess what? He wasn't fighting you or nothing like that. He made you do everything because it's legal. What's your problem?
Yeah.
And then after they do all that kind of thing, they want us to turn around and respect them. Them is the biggest gang going around this bloody district. You understand?
Of course. And it's like how, especially for black men and the young and the young black kings, how are they meant to have faith in a system that is kind of killing them? How can you have? Because the police are there to do a duty. When you think about it, to serve and protect. So really, they're working for us.
Them not work for me, you know. Because they've never worked for me.
Their job is to serve and protect us. So when you break it down, they are working for us.
I know, but they need to stop taking out that money out of my way.
Yeah. But it's like, how can you expect us to have faith in you when you're doing what you're doing to us? But then at the same time, what they're doing to us, we're doing to ourselves. It's just.
Yes, I understand. That's yes. Oh yeah, because you're right. Oh,
I'm like,
it is a vicious circle. It really is, because as it has been brought up, and rightly so,
like I said, it stems from school. Like I said, at school they didn't teach me no black history whatsoever. None. I learned about the Tudor people. But them blows me. Them Tudor people that look like witch. You understand? And them kind of people them I teach me about. And all them live. You know what I'm saying? And the history. And I'm thinking,
Diana, there's a message for you on here.
Where is that?
Barbara says, I know your son. He's my friend. Say hi to Jay for me. Tell him it's Lex.
Lex. All right.
I believe that's the message for you.
My big son, not the little son. Oh, must be my young son.
Because I think he's saying that he remembers you. He said he just remembered who you are.
Is it?
Yeah.
Where you know me from?
Don't answer that if you don't make this answer.
But yeah, Fiona, what you were talking about before,
I was
is
saying,
that
big
what
son. Sorry,
what
Nate,
we're
carry
doing
on,
to
yeah.
ourselves is that it is a vicious circle, because yeah, as it was mentioned recently, and I saw quite a few talks talking about it, is that how can we, of course, like we can speak up and, you know, about police brutality, but then we're hurting each other
Yeah.
Yeah, that,
also. So
but
we need
that's
more
true.
people
But guess
within the
what?
community speaking up about that too, you know, even though
Yeah, we
there are quite a
do.
few people standing up and, you know,
They do
we're
what
rallying
they want to
around.
do, okay? Because really, because what
Hmm.
makes me laugh, right? If I start playing my music till midnight, 1 o'clock, then we'll come knock my door and say, turn down the music. But 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, a man in me a hear and I go, Nina, 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 Nina. Oh, me forget sleep when I make up so much noise I drive down the road. You tell me. Eh? And then you know what time to turn down my music. Oh, like, may I tell you the truth? One roof for one and one roof for the other. Wanna make up noise all the time. No matter what time of morning, wanna make up noise. I'm gonna report him soon anyway, because I've had enough. I got up at 6 o'clock in the morning. 5:30, me I forget. Wanna stop laugh, man? That's seriously.
Oh, my
Oh gosh.
Damn it. Damn it, them police, man.
Who are you going to
God.
make the complaint to, Diana?
Me, I'm gonna tell the police.
Tell me who you're complaining to, and I'm
Oh,
sure you'll
stop.
make the same complaint.
Oh, dear.
Them
Ah.
so fast. Hey, them not easy, you know. You think I like, listen, it's a good thing. I live good with my neighbors, you know what I'm saying? Because they went to my neighbor next door and gave him a piece of paper to say something about the noise I make with my music. Yeah. And my
Yes.
neighbor come tell me. You know what I'm saying? Him saying,
Mm.
nah, do not have this sort. Say that's them hoopla. Oh dear. I tell you.
You're hilarious.
Oh,
Nina, Nina, Nina.
me and them bloody police, may I tell you.
Oh,
But they're
dear.
not all the same, you know. They're not all the same. Believe me. They're not all the same.
Mm.
Yeah. Some of them
Oh.
understandable. And when them a do them job, them a do them job. Yeah. But you get
Mm,
some of
mm,
them when them got that badge, the devil badge, yeah? And that
mm.
give them the close
Oh,
up
what's
the
that?
backboard.
There's a comment here. For us to try to make that change, we need to work and move up within the system. But then we get problems from both sides, family, friends, and also the people you are working with. Yeah.
Mm. No,
Yeah,
that's
that's
true.
true.
That is very true,
Yeah.
because I've, you know, like in the past, had debates and discussions with people about if it's is it the best decision to make to be a part of the police force, to be
No,
a
sir.
part of you know, to take one of those roles,
No,
but
sir.
then, you know, but I get how I see it is it's how you use the role now. And when I
Mm.
say that, Ben, hold on, listen to me. So there was a
Mm.
video that I saw recently where a guy, well, there was two families, and one of the families killed the other family's daughter. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And there was a big case going off in the States. And the family of the woman that was lost, like, of course, like, they were aggravated, they were upset, they were emotional. So
Yeah, of course.
their emotions were high. And one of the guys was speaking loud. And I think he was kicked out of the court or something like that, or he was leaving the
Mm.
courtroom. And now, instead of having empathy for the family, there was one particular white police officer that started to get really aggressive with him. And then it turned into him pushing him. And then it turned into him trying to handcuff him, and he squeezed his neck. Now, there was a black officer who got that white officer and pushed him off him and told him, back off. Like, there's no need for this. You need to calm down. Now, I guess it's an extra role for, if that's your perspective when you're going into these systems like this, then taking on that extra role that you're not just doing your job. The other side of it is protecting you, do you know what I mean? Protecting your community and stepping in when it needs to. So it's just like, are more people willing to do that? There have been police officers. There was a police officer that, and it was caught on video, where she had up one of her other police colleagues, a white guy, and I think she got the sack. She took it to court, but initially she did get the sack. So then that's the other side of, if you are going to go into these systematic roles, understanding that if you are going to be basically putting people in their place and telling them, no, you can't do that, no, you can't treat people like that, that you could lose your job for that also. So there's a lot of questions. There are a lot of questions.
You can police better than that, man. Honestly, I'm not saying like working the door and doing police job is the same thing, right? But working the door, yeah, you can be polite. It's how you talk to people. It's how you approach somebody. Because I'm telling you, as small as I was, yeah, or as I am, as small as I am, right? I used to do security at a door. And I'm telling you, they used to come to me to tell a man to get out the pub. That's my job. I have to do that. But how do I approach him? Do I approach him aggressively? Or do I approach him telling him exactly what I've got to do? It's my job. Blah, 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 blah. And guess what? The man happily gets up and he leaves.
There's a lot of bouncers though.
These police, they ain't got no respect, and I don't understand how some of them, you see, if them not have a badge, put me in a room with them. I that me what I say. Because some of them are so damn faced it. And so
that badge gives them the ego. The badge gives them the ego. Do you know what I mean?
Well, they're not supposed to have the ego. They're there to do the job, just like you said, madam.
Yeah. But they forget that. They let the badge run the ego,
but you know
and
what,
they let the
sorry
ego like run the course.
Yeah.
But my guy right here, that the police were made to catch black and put them in their place, so they are doing what they're meant to do. Hey, brother, you never say a true thing, because guess what? You know where the police start from? You remember the Ku Klux Klan?
Yeah.
All right.
That's it, yeah.
And that's how the police start from. And at them, the people, them putting at the police. So you think that them kind of thing, they can't ever die out in the police force? Never. Never.
Yeah, well, it will always be there.
Always.
And that's the saddest, it will always be there.
You know, see what number them have? 666. Put it upside down anyway you turn it is 666. Mark of the beast. Them is the devil. Soldiers, as some call them.
So would you say then that it wouldn't be of any purpose for a black person to work for the Metropolitan Police?
After what you have to go through. Hey, listen. No black man for there in the army. No black man for there in the police.
Army, you know.
Hey, none of them things that black man for do. You understand? Because it's degrading. Yeah. And we ain't put on this earth to kill people. We are lovers. That's what black people are. We are lovers that we forgive. Then I want to talk about slavery. You know how long me forgiving about slavery? There's not me could I do about it. Not unless me did live there so there and then. But what can I do about it now? Me not live under them the kind of stress. Me say no. Me forget about. Me not forget about it. But I'm not making that. You know, be
refine you, yeah.
You understand?
Mm.
Think
Yeah,
about the
yeah,
positive things that black people have done.
yeah.
No, and it's a lot.
Hey, listen, where would music be without black people? What music then would I have?
Music, fashion,
Mm.
just the whole. Just,
Hey,
Yep,
listen, let me
yep,
tell
yep,
you
yep.
something. You see, England was a grey and blue country. You understand? When black people come
silly.
here, we put color up in here. Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
The red, the gold, and the yellow, and the green, and the orange. All the bright color, pink, blue. Listen, them never know nothing. It's just grey and brown. Them used to wear. Dull, brown.
Yeah.
Jesus. Hey, then let me get started with them, especially Queen Victoria. She's the only one that give beard twice a year.
No,
Twice a
let's not
year
get
she
started
beard.
again. No,
Yeah?
calm down,
Because them
down.
used to wear them cuff something up like this. You know why them wear them cuff something up like that? Them days there, because them stink. Them never know about water. Yeah? And them wear this something that hang over. Them something like with essence. Essence. You know, see King Henry the VIII dead of syphilis. Dirty man. Them never bathe. Them never know nothing about water. Yeah. But them are trying to wash with blackness
Oh,
off of it.
no.
Yeah, idiot. I
God
want to
damn.
dirty. No way.
Oh, Lord.
That me I
But
say.
that's
Oh,
actually
don't get
true.
me
I
started, you know.
forget that we actually taught them about like when they
How
used
to
the
be
word
civilized.
civilization or being civilized, we were
Yeah.
already civilized.
Of course.
We were,
Of course
we
we're
would
always
always
civilized.
already civilized
We born
people,
near
and we
water. We
taught them
born
the
in a
same
water.
way.
Hey, listen, we look clean. And then we know about the plant that give we iron. You understand? Them don't know nothing about that.
You know what? I saw a podcast, a clip of a podcast recently, and there was four or five white people on. No, five, three women and two guys. You know what the conversation was about?
Well,
What?
The conversation was about why do we have to wash every day?
what the
Oh,
make that too?
I think I see something
No,
similar.
that could
I
never be
think,
a question.
yeah, I think, no, I seen one where the parents, they wash their daughter. They didn't wash the daughter every day, like once a week, or when the daughter said she wanted to wash. Like,
Oh Lord
so
Yeah,
what?
mercy.
yeah,
Wash your
yeah,
child. Wash it. She's on about the daughter's. Wash your child. Your child dirty
yeah.
and smell
About
foul.
yeah. It's the same talk. One
The
of them
same
about
talk.
the water is contaminated.
Yeah, that, yeah.
Imagine.
We know this,
Imagine, why do
okay?
we have to wash every day?
If
Like,
the
why
water's
did you ask such a
contaminated,
question?
No, that
if the
can't be
water's
right.
contaminated, then sterilize. But wash your child. How can you not wash your child? Listen, wash the child. The child need washing. Your child do
No
You need to
shame
wash
at
the
all.
body. You need to wash the body. You need to wash the
That's
child.
no shame at all.
Oh,
I think it was
no.
only a 2-minute clip. But I was like, do you not feel ashamed? How can you be asking, why do we have to wash every day? And not just every day,
Cleanliness, like
twice a
clean.
day.
Young, fresh, and clean. Smell fresh. Oh.
And about, oh, I
Bless up,
don't feel
mama.
like it's necessary. I wash when I feel like it. I wash when I feel I need to. That could
What?
be a week or, yeah,
Yeah.
like a week, 2 weeks, or a few weeks. It depends on how, of what activities I've done that would have, made me sweat. And I'm like,
And you
you
smell
know, like,
from.
oh, Lord.
The
And
whole
I was like, it's you
explaining that.
around the people that
Oh,
I
Jesus.
smell when I go on the
This
train.
is
Like,
why
you've got no
sometimes early
shame.
this makes sense now. Why sometimes when I used to have to travel to go into work early in the AM, I'm like, how you not smell yourself? It's early. It's 8
Mm-mm.
a.m. and you're smelling like this at 8 a.m. already. This is not correct. This is not correct. And the bus is
Mm.
packed and the tube is packed and you're just smelling foul. This is why you see it's good to travel with your little spray. And Naomi will tell you, say, I always have to travel with a perfume spray.
Just
And if
spray
it
them up.
smells wrong,
Spray
I
them
will
up.
get out the spray and I'll just start spraying.
Mm,
Naomi will tell
mm,
you. Naomi's
yeah.
witness. I don't business. I'm like, I get out my thing and I start spraying the place.
I
Mm,
don't
I'm
blame
like,
you.
nah.
I'll do the same
it's
thing too.
I'm like, no.
awful. It's
That should
awful.
happen first thing in the morning. Come on now. Come on now.
Oh.
Mm.
You got a bloody
But
tap. You know, it's not as if you
when
have
I
to go
saw
down at
that
the river, go fill up
talk,
a bucket of water. You
Yeah.
have a tap.
mm,
A tap. Hot and cold.
You're afraid of
So
water or
easy.
something. I don't understand.
yeah, don't
Yeah.
understand. When I saw that talk, I was just like, "Are you mad?
Yeah.
Like you watch this back, and you
That
still
question should never
decided
be
to.
asked.
You had the conversation, and then you went over what you spoke about again. You probably watched it back, and then you posted it,
Posted
feeling
it.
no shame. You
My
posted and
face
published this
died.
video.
Dying. Sorry. My
No,
face
never mind,
Pardon?
died.
babe. We're gonna say farewell in a few minutes, in
Oh, you're
about a minute
tired.
anyway.
What
Yeah.
time
Her
is it?
phone's
Oh yeah,
dying.
we're coming up to the
Oh,
end of the live.
it's
So no, thank you
cutting me
so
out.
much for joining us, Diana.
Thanks for
Hey, it
joining,
Yeah.
was
Diana.
nice, man. It was nice talking to you for real. You know, it's always nice
Yeah.
talking
Mm.
to you, ladies. I
Oh,
enjoy
thank
the
you.
chat.
Thank you for
I
sharing
enjoy the
and
chat.
also giving us joke about
Yeah,
the
you always so
I
much.
will
Nina.
You
join
always
again.
a joke.
All right. I'll see you then, sweetheart. Yeah.
Take
Oh,
care. Have a blessed
night.
rest of
All
the
right
Bye.
week.
then. Bye bye, darling.
Blessed Empress.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.
Bless. But yes, man. Yeah, they're not washing. They're not washing, and they're not washing your children. People, that is nastiness. Public service announcement: wash yourself, clean your body, and wash your children.
Oh
Please,
Lord.
beg you don't.
Mm-mm.
Don't come telling me, say, me not feel like what. No, there'll be times I probably get up and I'm like, oh, I can't be bothered. Did you watch? If I'm gonna have a lazy day, I'm not coming out of my yard. I'm staying in my house. I'm not
Mm.
going out to see anybody. I'm not going out. How can you not wash your child every day? You don't bathe your child every day. I just remember that clip. No, we don't bathe her every day. What? We don't bathe her every day.
But sometimes she doesn't want to.
Sometimes she doesn't want to, because the water's contaminated, filled with all this, and this. How you cook your food is what you wash your
Mm.
food with, the water. So the
Mm.
same way you sterilize that water, then same way you sterilize the water and wash your child in it. Because I'm very dumb about it. Wash. Sorry, 1 second, just before.
What are you doing? What are you doing the sage again?
Wash, cleanse, 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 cleansing. You have to cleanse, wash, cleanse, clean, cleanse. Please, 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 please.
So we start the live and we finish the live with Sage.
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
yes, we do.
Yeah,
People, family, kings, queens,
this
thank
has been
you.
a great conversation.
It
Many
has. Thank
angles have
you
been
so much
mentioned.
for taking part. Thank you so much for joining us. We will be back.
Mm-hmm.
We'll be back not next Monday, the Monday after. So it's the
Yeah,
first and the third Monday of the
of
month.
the
So yeah,
month.
we're back in 2 weeks. 2 weeks today, same time,
Yeah.
9 p.m. Until then, like I said, thank you so much for joining us. We always love having these conversations, including you guys, and having your
Mm.
input, and also bringing one or two of you on. So, Empress Lady Diana, it was lovely to have you join us. Thank you so much.
Mm.
Then, have a fantastic rest of the week. Enjoy your weekend, because I know we will. We've got a green ball to go to. I won't mention any more about that because I'm still waiting for my frock to turn up. And it's telling me Saturday.
My
And then,
outfits have arrived. I've just got to choose which one I'm gonna wear.
so yeah,
Either way,
I'm
I'm gonna be looking
excited. I'm
flat.
not excited because me wait for my frock to turn up. And the thing is Saturday, and the delivery is telling me Sunday, Monday estimated delivery. That can't work. It can't. If it's not working, you see this green curtain?
Yeah, you'll be wearing
And I
that.
wrap it around me. I wrap it around me. Okay, that will be my frock. Just tell you.
Should I bring my sewing machine with me just in case I have to make
Yes.
something out of the
When
curtain?
we hit, so bitch up some of the curtain. If nothing comes, is hitching this curtain. It's gonna come a frock. So the next time you see the 2 weeks, you will no green curtain because it will be a frock. Just so you know. Okay. But anyway.
Oh my
Love and
lord.
blessings, people. Nay, it's been a pleasure.
Mm-hmm.
I love you so much. And I will speak to you in a
Love you,
week.
Coco.
For
I
everyone
know.
else, until next time, love,
All
peace,
right.
and
And
hair
hair
grease.
grease. All right. Love and light,
Mwah!
people. Night. Bye.
Bye.